All on the Table RPGs. Yes. Hi, everyone. Just give me a second here. I'm adding one of our new cast members, our new members of the team here to the chat, to the video. This is Brew. Brew will be joining us. There we go. Now Brew is up on the screen. Aha.
Hi, everybody. What's up? I'm Baru. My pronouns are they and them, and I'm really excited to be doing some character creation today for RiverBank or with the RiverBank system.
Yeah. It's going to be great. Yeah. Oh, hey, Peter. Hi, Peter. Welcome. Yeah, I'm Jen Giggles, pronouns she, her, hers. And Brew is with me. We here at All on the Table, we're lucky enough to be sent an ask from Kobold Press if we wanted to do a review. There was no monetary value exchanged. This was a free copy of the PDF that was sent out to us. And that's that. So I said, yeah, let's do a review. And so we're going to use the PDF. If I hadn't said yes, I wouldn't be using the PDF because that's how it kind of works. Brew's in chat too. Haha. All right.
Surprise.
So I'm going to switch over here. Just wanted to do a quick chat. RiverBank is, there's a couple things I got to cover here. There's from Kobold Press about RiverBank. RiverBank is the press, they sent a press release with everything, obviously. And one of the quotes, is scenarios on the RiverBank don't involve dragons or undead armies, says designer Kij Johnson. I think that's how you say their name. It's spelled K-I-J, and then Johnson with an O-N. For those of you from Minnesota, you know the issue.
Yes.
The situations you get into are much closer to home. Adventures are everywhere, and you never know what's going to trigger one or how it's going to play out. Sometimes things go exactly right, but don't count on it. It's a pretty simple game. It's designed for 3 to 5 players. You don't need a game master. You can play this game masterless. A game master is recommended, according to the book, but you're fine. No big deal. You're going to play an animal. As you can see on the screen, there's a goose who wants votes for women and a squirrel heading off to go fishing. So things are a little different, and that's animal with a capital A, right? So animal with a capital A. Common animals are your everyday things. There is an NPC. All NPCs are called foes, from what I read in the book. We'll go through a little bit of that later. Called Diablo, and he's a goat, and he is the bane of everyone's existence.
That's so good.
It's just a great concept.
Yep.
And it's and you're playing, and there are humans in this world as well. And so it's not just animals, there's humans, but you're more likely going to be playing an animal. That's how the game is designed. And there's a balance you got to maintain. If you've played the Avatar Legends game and you have the balance mechanic, it's similar. It is strikingly different in the way it functions, in the way it actually affects your character. But there is a balance you have to maintain between animality and poetry. So animality and poetry. You get to be too poetic and you just go off into a poetic fugue, writing on your sleeves, chanting about how gorgeous the trees are, kind of thing, without any chance of writing it down. Or you become a hermit and disappear into your room writing fragments of poetry on whatever you can find. Animality, you go the other way. You're going to strip your clothes off and try and just be an animal for a bit. That doesn't have to stay. There's a functionality and stuff around how that works. And it's, it's great that it's described as the primal instincts of fur and fang and the cultivated sensibilities of tea and verse. So Too much of either, and one's perfectly composed life may come gloriously undone. It's set in the late 18, early 1900s. So you're talking Victorian to late Victorian, early Edwardian time period. Um, yeah, let's get the book up on the screen here. Bang. So it really is. Do you want to play Frog and Toad as gay lovers? I mean, of course you do. Uh, we all kind of want to see that. Yes, yes, it is an excellent and often overlooked time period for RPG stories. You are very correct. Um, it is extremely refined and beautiful. And yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful little event. How things go and such. So just having a going through it. The art is amazing. And Hughes Johnson is Hugo and Nebula Award winning. So you know the writer is a top-notch writer. The game design is extremely well done as well. So cover art Kathleen Jennings, Erica Lundrigan, and Svenja Mucha, I think is how that's pronounced. The art is fantastic. It looks exactly like Wind in the Willows or Beatrix Potter's stories, that kind of thing, which are listed as inspirations. And as you can see, it's a very, very thick book for everything. Oh, I got to get you back on here, Brew, just a second. I forgot. Ha. Okay, now we got Brew back up here, and let's put them.
Hey.
Oops, not far enough behind. There we go.
I'll peek around.
Oh, that's just. I do not like that. Why are you like that? I have to adjust some things.
I like it.
Working in OBS is always a struggle. I don't know why, but it always is. There, I'm not covering your face anymore with the book, Brew.
Amazing. Hi.
And I'm not covering the book with your face either, so I found the balance.
Perfect.
So just going to go through a couple quick things. The world of RiverBank, it's literally an English neighborhood, an English village. And you can make trips and adventures into town with a capital T. If you know what that is, it's London. So going to London is going to town because you're rich, kind of. You're the lap of luxury if you're one of these animals. There's a whole history and a world. So it says loosely the years 1911 to 1913, kind of, but like P.G. Woodhouse, Jerome K. Jerome, Beatrix Potter, that kind of thing is inspiration. And it goes through who lives. So this book is well laid out for helping you understand what you're getting into, because RiverBank isn't an independent world that you can quick and easily pick up. It is a real contained setting. Personally, I think we can adjust that and move it up into even the 1950s myself, but
yeah,
you know, it really wouldn't work much after the 1950s, if I'm being honest, in the way what I've read of it, but it could, or it could work before that. I mean, you could go back far enough that this would be Regency. You could do a Regency game with this. You just don't have you just don't have your vehicle isn't a motorcycle or a bicycle or something. So you could go older.
Yeah. It immediately reminded me of like Moliere or something. Like I was like, okay, like
yeah.
meets Wonder Home somehow. Like it's very
exactly. You know, and there's there's fun things. There's side effects. There is a card deck that you can play with, or roll D100s. The charts are in the back of the book to roll D100s to match the cards, or D6s or D8s. There's a lot of random tables, like a lot of games. You'll come across those. What I love, though, the first thing that came to my mind was you could play Poirot or Miss Marple or any of those cozy mysteries as an
Yes.
animal.
Yes.
So we're going to go, I'm going to do a quick rundown of things, and then we're going to jump back to chapter 1, creating a character. I do like that it asks the questions. The book is built around the questions. Who are you is chapter 1. What are you doing is chapter 2. That's the rules. Chapter 3, who is that? 4, where are you? What to do and what to do, as in how do you run the game, right? And what is going on? It's really well, it's well thought out in the way that the questions are asked and the layout and stuff. So from time to time there is an I, and you'll see there will be notes from Miss Kidge Johnson in here, because that's what it is. One of the important things that is noted in here, where was it? We're not looking at all the critters yet. Although, as you can see, there's a lot of options.
Oh, it's so good.
Owls, squirrels, stoats, all kinds of stuff. You have your peculiarities and your, it's kind of a fun thing. You can have a pet. Pets are fun. Most of the pets are insectoid, so fair warning to anyone who has a phobia. Any opossum? No, because there's no opossum in unfortunately there's no opossum in England. You could probably pull it off if you were to work with where there was, you would have to work on with a like the fox stats maybe, or upgrade or use like the water rat, or a full-sized rat. They do have like Norwegian rats to do one. The stoat, the stoat could work too. You're correct. So they have a lot of options in here for that. There's ways to make it work, but there weren't any American animals included, simply because it's an English countryside setting. And yeah, I would love to see raccoons and possums added.
Oh yeah. Aww.
They'd be great additions. I fully believe that within 2 weeks at most, we will see somebody have released it free on either itch.io or for like a couple bucks on itch or over on drive-through.
Yes.
Otters are always fun. And I did note that they only have one type of squirrel, even though by this point the gray squirrels had escaped the English zoos and were now spreading into the countryside. The only animal that was a squirrel is the red squirrel. And you get houses. You can build your own house, or kind of. You can get a house. You talk about what you control and how things are designed in there. So that's a thing to go through. You have knacks. Knacks are great ways to adjust your character to be, say you want to play an entire family of squirrels. How are you different, right? You get some elective stat points, but knacks really do affect the characters. Insufficiency. What are you bad at? It's kind of it's an interesting thing to have, because Maybe you just faint randomly. Maybe you growl at people when you're upset, you know? Or when you succeed, you might growl. It's just kind of the thing that happens. And then you have entanglements. And the most important entanglements, North American expansion. Got to keep my fainting couch with me at all times. Yes, that is a thing. And here comes the big one is appalling relatives. Everybody has one. They are always obscenely wealthy and they make you do things.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
So they have a sample appalling representative, which is Hyacinthia Peebles, also known as Mrs. Japheth Peebles. And so you get through that's the kind of thing you have to do. They're almost always, but not always, elderly. So an example of a appalling relative that isn't a elderly is if you were playing Miss Marple, who is the elderly relative. She has a nephew in one of the stories who is a famous writer. He is not he just forces her into doing solving a murder mystery. Well, guess what? He could be the appalling relative kind of thing. It's fun. There's random tables for it. Oh, yeah, I'm sold on this game. I'm tempted to buy to buy a copy just so I have supported the game at this point, even though they gave us a preview copy.
Wow, yes, it's really charming.
Yeah. And you can have like moths. If I were to be doing if I were to do a pet, I would pick either a butterfly or a moth. Yeah. And I'd be leaning towards a lunar moth personally.
Yep. You can have a snail.
You can have a snail. And I love this little thing. Snails can leave an embarrassing trail of slime. So many owners carry slime linens, beautifully embroidered white work cloths for tidying up. Just here's a little tidbit of what you would have if you have a snail. Carry a snail in the basket. I love that as a pet concept.
Oh, that's so cute.
So there's character building tokens for things, rounding out your characters, some other family and friends, and you complete the character sheet. Chapter 2, locales and situations. What are you doing? Here's each game session starts with solving the between times. So what happens between sessions? You finish filling out those details, and then you do introduce the situation. If you've ever played or seen our stream of the Grandma Club, same kind of concept. Something is happening and things go on. Now there's a literal 30-minute timer, IRL timer in the game, which results in a new that's the haphazardy timer, which results in a new card or roll being made to see what complicates the situation. And there's ways to simplify it, and there's consequences for what you do. And then you get things like character building tokens and knickknacks at the end. And there's a spot on your sheet to write down all your little knickknacks. Like, oh, look, Jen has I don't know if you can see it, but maybe. Jen has a massive collection of pins over here on a board. You have knickknacks. So it goes through each of those, and you can see denizens who you run into, that kind of thing. Oh, hello, Nether. Welcome in. Nether is one of our friends from the Plains Meld. Nether runs lots of games. Nether's great.
Cool. Hi, Nether.
How late are you up, Nether? I think aren't you on UTC? Yeah. So this is introducing the situation. So it kind of describes everything you need to know without being the game master. This is how it works. Everybody needs to know how it works. And I do appreciate that that is not like hidden in the game master section. Oh, you're in UTC +1. So it's only what, 1150 there? And so there's a lot of things that happen. Oh no, it's 2 a.m. Oh my
2
God,
a.m.
another. Well, if you don't work in the morning like I do, you'd be fine. Don't get me wrong. If I didn't work in the morning, I probably would stay up until like 2 a.m. 1, 2 in the morning would be fine. Sleep and get up late. Deeds, your actions always take either animality or poetry. And the game master or your other players, if you're playing without one, help determine what that takes. And you may buy animality and poetry points before the at any point. You can just buy them to avoid failure, except when the foe is in it, and they're always called foes, is your appalling relative. Oh, I get that. Messing with your sleep schedule is tough. I get that. Yeah. But yeah, enjoy. Get some sleep when you can. I'll probably have a say hi to you in the morning when I wake up again. And then the deeds. So things happen. You have to choose whether to buy points to add or subtract, kind of thing. And it's a D6 system. When you're actually rolling your actions, you're not rolling like a D20 or a D12 or it's a D12 would be great. Yes. If Peter's still watching, a D12 would be great. Peter's game Tales from Elsewhere uses D12s as the primary die, which is great. It's an underloved die. It's got all kinds of things on how you do things and what you should be doing. I do love that this is this bird is fencing. It says it's a widgeon. I've never heard of a widgeon. I think it's a kind of pigeon, or it's a wood or a duck of some kind. I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm shrugging. I don't know if you can see it on screen. It just goes through all of this. Like, there's side effects to failure. What happens? There's side effects to winning too, potentially. Gosling's playing at the Fate. Love it. Duckling's playing at the Fate. It's a great concept. And Pother score. You summon Pother. Replace an insufficient challenge stat with your Pother stat. So there's weird little quirks and twists that make it a very unique version of a system. Because usually you can't just swap out a stat randomly. You can with this one. The animality poetry range is -8 to +8. Animality is the call of the wild. It refers to animal nature, physicality, and the so-called baser instincts. Because, that's what the Victorians would have called behaving in a uncivilized manner. And poetry, you kind of, it says here, you start writing at some point. It talks about writing on your sleeves, on your shirt cuffs instead of on paper, or every little scrap of a napkin that you can grab from somewhere, because you can pull it tight enough because they're fabric, not paper at that point. It's fascinating on how that works. And so little differences. The RiverBank character sheet, it goes over how you fill out non-player characters, the foes versus characters. And it comes with a bunch of existing characters, pre-builts.
Love that.
Not all of them are designed for players, but those that have a little markation next to them, this little asterisk. So Mr. Timble Arbus a quite young squirrel has an asterisk. He is a player character. He's a playable character if you wanted to just start off with stuff. Um, so you can have appalling relatives. They'll, they're in here. You can see what they'll do, kind of thing. Pre-generated characters and NPCs. 6 non-player characters in the section marked with an asterisk are also playable. Of course, that's wonderful. That's what I mentioned here. And then here's one with a number. It says, and oh look, Bill, it's got a footnote. This game has footnotes. The only other game I've ever seen with footnotes like this is Discworld. Because it's Discworld and there's footnotes everywhere. So it's a just, and you can build non-player characters straight up using the NPC roles and stuff. So non-player character, capital A, animals. So animals, the demeanors, all their behaviors. There's humans, because this is a communal village of humans and animals. So you get a bunch of those. And then there's ordinary animals. I'm sorry, it wasn't. Yeah, here's Satan the goat. Sorry, I think I said he was Diablo before. It's Satan the goat. He's a feral goat. He's belligerent. I do like the size. Notice how size is larger, as in about 3 feet tall. Whereas like humans, they're just human sized. There is no other description on them. But if we go up here, your characters don't really have much of a size note either. So it's only the it seems to only be the common animals that have a size. Same, which means you're about average size to the other animals. Yes, Sir Terry did love his footnotes. Yeah, so there's and you can build more farm animals and stuff, and so you get all kinds of fun things happening. And then we get into locations, architecture, things going on. Instead of like Nike flying at the front of a motor car, there's a rabbit. Yeah, and so it's basically the standard of that time period. And you could basically run it up to about the 1950s, when bicycling was still extremely common in England and motorcycles and cars weren't really still not extremely everywhere. And that's kind of where it changes and would take a lot more adjustment to the world. There is a map in here, but there's the river. It's quite literally a river, which you have to cross to go to certain parts of things. And it talks about the different areas and the places that happen. You can get boats, and you can go boating if you want. Yeah, there is an animal's bar versus a human bar. Oh, sorry, I did not get my mic off. Yeah, pounds, shillings, and pence. Because England is not in this time period on the base 10 system, thank you, Nether. It actually has the farthing, halfpenny, penny, tuppence, threepence, a groat. No longer in usage, though the term lingered in RiverBank times. Yeah. Okay. So 4 pennies, a 6pence. So it's talking through all of the stuff that existed at that time. But it's a little strange. Halfpenny, you think is pronounced halfpenny? That is entirely possible. Thank you for that, Nether. Yeah. That is entirely possible and makes as much sense as this non-base 10 monetary system. Yeah, you know, that's fun to do things like you can go on a ramble or have an event. And these are all the places that you would find in the place. And you can literally pick this village up and drop it anywhere because it's just a village.
Yeah.
Here's the map. I'm not going to linger on it too much. Hopefully tomorrow afternoon, Central Time, like maybe 2:45 Eastern, I think is what what Lee said. Lee will be able to get on and do a deep dive into the book. That was his hope for that. So locations away from the riverbank, that outside of the village, right? Hills, forest, town, capital T town, which is London. It's where you can go get bookshops and private clubs, etc. I'm sorry,
I
a crow in white tie is just. I missed that my
it's
first time through. I love it.
it's so good. Ah! Each illustration is like surprising and delightful. I don't know why. I just keep being
That crow is disguised as a penguin.
yeah, it totally is.
Oh yeah, yeah, and so how to run. Chapter 5, as I said, is the how to run. There's situations. All kinds of tables show up. Ad hoc rewards for knickknacks, kind of thing. The RiverBank Year campaign. So it actually goes through social events that you can do and what these big social events of the year are. And it actually has a list of them for at least there's at least one every month, but a whole lot of them happening in March through June and October to November. There's a few more than you would normally find, right? Um, so all kinds of things. The king's birthday or queen's birthday when if you're playing a little bit older with Victoria, riverbank situations. Oh look, it's a fate or fair. Um, you know, I do love that the bats. If you take flight as a thing for your character, you can actually fly,
Wow,
but
yeah.
not every bat or bird can, and that's
Mm.
great. So, and there's here's a little quick map of some of a great hall. This one's called Toad Hall, which makes me believe that that she was definitely thinking about the Frog and Toad
Yeah.
in some of this stuff. In this case, it is a sample situation. There's actually an exciting situation on Old Greenie's Day. And so then there's a very important party, which is an exciting situation. I feel like all of these are exciting situations. Oh, nope. Here's one. All out of pipe cleaners, a solo adventure. It's a regrettable situation. You're out of pipe cleaners.
Oh no.
Appendixes. The appendices are great. It talks about the core text, Winnie the Pooh, Wind in the Willows, Beatrix Potter's books, The Riverbank, which is actually Kij Johnson's own book from 2016, as a quasi sequel to Wind in the Willows, according to the description. A few sequels and responses to Winds in the Willows that have shown up from other authors. Animal comics, graphic novels, and books. The Secret of Nim. To be fair, the book is a little bit different because the rats are actually bigger in the book versus the movie. So it might be something to consider. And then you could read and just do some of these as actual adventures for kids if they haven't read the books. And looking at the age of these books, the oldest one published there is 1947. Probably not. So yeah, useful for the game master. Lark Rise to Candleford, Shell Country Alphabet, The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, Seasons of Change, a chunk of a portion of the Reader's Digest. It says Nature Lovers Library. There's a whole bunch. The English Year, a month-to-month guide of the nation's customs and festivals from May Day to Mischief Night, 2006. That's fascinating. And The Perfect Summer. So a whole lot of info. And then this is the Between Times cards, playing with just a standard deck of playing cards. You can also roll on these tables. Yes, you should go to bed, Nether. This is going to be up on YouTube. So enjoy your sleep, and you can come back and watch it on YouTube at a later date. See ya.
Bye.
Yeah. And then it gets to the characters. Here you can see the animality sheets. You can print it off and literally cut it in half, one for you and one for your, for two different players. Game Master reference sheet, which I always love having those.
Yeah.
And then it's the end of the book. Like, it's not a super long book. It's only 195 pages, counting the literal cover and the covers. So, yeah, you're looking at like a couple hundred pages with the blank end pages that usually get stuffed into things. So it's not too bad at all. But we're going to go over to the character sheet. Does that did swap? Haha. All right. I'm going to grab and take something elsewhere. Boom. Aha. That is exactly what I needed. All right. I'm going to shrink you down. Okay. So I've got the character creation up separately over here, so I can keep an eye on that.
Cool.
Let's build a character for you, Brew.
All right, let's do it. I'm so excited. Who are you? Creating a character. Okay, so I'm on page 12, just in the intro.
Yep.
I'm gonna scroll down a little bit.
This gives you a little bit of detail, and then it gets into chapter 1 on page 12, then 13. Oh, home life, description of how animals work and stuff. And then we will. And then it gets through a quick look at character creation on page 14 is probably a good place to start here.
That's awesome.
Well, you can play a pre-generated character. You will likely want to create your own. Selecting an animal sort, which is your species, and customizing it with peculiarities, knacks, and character details. So what kind of animal do you want to be?
Ooh, this feels like other than naming the character, this feels like the most important choice in this game. I don't know why.
Right? So there are badgers, bats, crow or magpie,
okay,
dormouse, which are the smallest of mice, mouse, rat, or water rat, rodentia, dove or pigeon, duck, goose, or heron. Heron is tempting. And if we ever have a North American expansion, it's got to have a great blue heron on it, because that thing is 5 feet tall on its own, 4 to 5 feet tall. So it would be a huge change from like the 2.5 foot tall herons you see in Europe.
Totally.
Then there's foxes, frog or toad, hare or rabbit. They're not the same, but sure, we'll go with it.
Yeah, right.
Hedgehogs. I do love the idea of a little hedgehog. The little 2 foot tall hedgehog wandering around, right? It's great.
It's really good.
Lizard or newt, mole, otter, owl, squirrel, stoat or weasel. And that's it. Those are your animal choices.
Ooh, okay. Gosh, it's tough because they're all so good. Here's the thing. I am either leaning towards that, or I could be convinced hedgehog. I feel like sometimes I'm a hedgehog in my own real life when I'm tired. So sometimes
hedgehog, okay.
I think let's do hedgehog. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, your type is hedgehog, so that's your sort.
Great.
And then player will put player in here is brew. I'm not sure
That's
if
right.
that's readable on a computer, but on the phone it is definitely not. Tip my computer sideways. A little better. A little better. Can zoom in just a hair.
Oh yeah, maybe if I.
Oh yeah, that works much better. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if it got too big for the. Hang on, let me check and see if it's too big. Nope, still good. Okay. Got to check OBS.
Yeah.
All right, and you can choose your name. Name could be anything, but then there's a whole bunch of possible surnames on a D100 you could roll if you wanted.
That's right. Ooh, let's roll the D100. I have an electronic one. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's not a D100. Come on. Let me roll my a 10. Okay. 13.
13. Your last name is Black. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
What is your first name?
I think it's Stuart. Stuart Black.
Ooh. Stuart or Stewart? Do you want ART at the end? Yeah.
Yeah, let's do ART.
Okay. And then I need a title / honorific. Are you
that's
Mr.?
Right. That's right. Yes, I guess it's Mr.
Okay.
It could be Doctor.
It could be Doctor. You could. So we would make that Mr. Stuart Black. Keep in mind that it does say somewhere in here about pronouns that there are 5 kinds of pronouns that are available in this time period.
Okay.
There is he, him, she, her, they, them. They, them is known to have been used, but not widely known to have been used. Sure. However, I forget when and what the 5th one is because my brain doesn't remember dates and pronouns I don't see frequently.
Yeah.
But thons is also available as pronouns because that was invented in the 1800s.
All right. Ooh, I love it. Well, we gotta, we're trying out RiverBank, at least for me, for the first time. We gotta do pronouns thons. Or thons.
It's thons. It's, yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Cool.
Okay. All right. And then we want to go down and we want to check size.
All right.
So for a hedgehog.
Yeah, look. What do they have? Let's see. It looks maybe medium?
Hedgehog would be medium. Okay.
Okay. Fun.
And how old is Mr. Stuart Black?
Ooh, yes. Ooh. I would say Stuart Black has to be a 29, just on the precipice of something new.
What is the best time of day?
I asked the best time of day. Okay, animals usually prefer daytime, nighttime, or hours dawn and dusk.
The best time of day is, hang on, I lost it. Here it says nocturnal for hedgehogs.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
And sociability is solitary.
Oh.
So these are actually in the book as part of the character description, it says.
Awesome.
And then you have base stats. Your sort stat for charm is a 6. Intrepidity, I think I said that right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Is a 2.
Okay.
Your pother starts at a 4, and your sense starts at a 3, it says.
Awesome.
Okay. Now you have innate peculiarities. What does it say here?
I love that. Climbing spines winter topor?
Yep, you get tired in winter. You kind of want to relax and lay around and be lazy. Not quite hibernating, but close.
Okay.
And
Especially outdoors when not properly dressed, according to RiverBank
yes.
RPT.
S-
Love it.
I love how it's so carefully edited that hedgehog is with a capital H, but common hedgehog are both lowercase to help you determine that this sort is an animal, not a common animal.
Ah,
So
awesome. So
we
good.
can copy and paste these innate peculiarities. I'm just going to um, copy just the first one and
Yeah.
paste it in
Yeah.
because I yeah.
I love that you get your +1 bonus to defending against physical attacks of any sort. That makes sense with your little, hedgehog quills. I love this +1 for deeds involving climbing or scrambling. I love the scrambling like detail. That's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just there's so much. And so that's I'm just going to put one in there. You can write them
Yeah.
out or
Yeah.
put down the page number where you find them or
Yeah.
whatever when you're doing it yourself. We're just moving on quickly here.
No problem.
That is all.
That's so fun.
Okay, so now we want to select personal peculiarities on page 34, which is 36 of the PDF they sent.
Okay.
Things like appreciates the finer things, believes in self reliance, believes in the unexplained. So, because, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle did.
Yes. Believes in the unexplained. Oh, that does kind of like call my heart. This believes in the
Okay.
unexplained. Gosh, it's so good. It's like personal. Hmm. Appreciates the finer things. Brangles. We love a bit of fiction, and the salt adds a savor to life.
Has a pet, keep going. Is true and loyal. It keeps going on to page 39 with pursues the higher self.
You know what? I think it is gives not a damn. You have, or at least you act as though you have, complete indifference to goings on. This may make you impatient or make you tend to hurry things along.
Okay, so hang on. Hang on. I'm in the wrong page. Here we go.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so let's believes in the unexplained. So you
Yep.
get either a +1 to charm or a +1 to pother.
Ooh, ooh. It's got to be +1 to charm.
Okay. And then you wanted to do gives not a damn.
Gives not a damn.
What does that one say?
So we can either do a -1 penalty to charm, or a +1 bonus to intrepidity, or a +1 bonus to pother.
Well, your intrepidity is only 2.
All right. So let's
So
bring up, yeah,
bring that up. Okay.
let's bring it up.
Okay.
At least you don't overthink things, even if sometimes you wade into situations without all the facts.
Yeah. So it
I
gives you
like it.
just a little role playing hint on how to
Yes,
play that. Yeah.
that's
I
cool.
like that. And then there's has a pet. Um, and then it goes on to the next page. Has enthusiasm, is dependent. You are the dependent.
Ah,
Has lots of family, has a pet, has a job, is comfortably off.
you know what? I wonder if is new to the neighborhood. You've come from somewhere else. I think that could make a
Okay.
character curious, or if they give not a damn or pretend they give not a damn, that could make them. Um, someone might want to know more about them, which could be very fun.
Yes, indeed. Okay, what does that one say?
Let's see here. -1 to charm or a +2 bonus to intrepidity.
Oh,
We could let's take that +2 bonus to intrepidity.
okay. So that's going to bring that up to a +3 from your personal peculiarities.
That's fun.
Okay. And then we move on to page 39. Now
Okay.
that you've picked your 3 personal peculiarities, it is apply elective stat points. This step
Okay.
is easy. Now that you've determined your preliminary stats, you have 4 points to apply however you like across your stats.
Fun.
You are currently showing a 7 in charm and a 5 in intrepidity, and your pother is 4 and your sense is 3.
Okay. So if we have 4 more.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. What if I think we got to get our sense up a little bit more. What if we put 2 into sense,
Okay.
another into pother?
Okay. And that leaves you with 1 left.
Let's throw 1 more into charm and just make it a
Okay. So your
beast.
final stats are 7, 5, 5, 5. You are charming. you are the most charming, at least of your stats.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. And then there are your knacks. You get to select 4 knacks. There is a huge list of them. It goes on. There's some weird things that animals may be able to do without a fuss, like bake bread, brush their teeth, converse with animals and humans, kind of thing. That list goes on for a bit, but then you have knacks. They're equivalent of skills or abilities that are extra. Something that you are able to do that's special. And that starts on page 40 of the book.
Okay. So, what if this hedgehog is nocturnal, yeah? What if one of the knacks we choose is night owl? A +1 bonus to deeds between 8 in the evening and 5 in the morning.
Okay. Sure, we can put that down. I'm just doing a quick check here of all the things. Well, why is my live unstable? I am in average stream bitrate is too high. I upgraded to, I'll have to fix that at a later date. I upgraded to gigabit internet. So I have to go into somewhere in OBS to fix that, I think. So let's, okay. I mean, yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to change it to. OBS updated again, which breaks all the settings, I swear.
Oh.
So I'm on this screen still. Yeah, you can see all the behind the scenes OBS stuff. Woo! Let's pop back up the character sheet. There we go. That's better. All right. I was just double checking like comments and stuff. All right. So where's the book again? I get so lost. All right. What did you say you wanted as your first knack?
Oh, that's right. Night owl.
Night
It gives
owl.
me a +1 bonus to deeds between 8 in the evening and 5 in the morning. That's kind of fun.
All right. And then you have, and then there's these little check boxes to show that you used it this cycle. So each adventure you can use like the knack for something.
Okay.
And you can have 3 more. There's a total of 4 knacks you get.
Okay. Let's say green toes. A +1 bonus to braininess and clever paw deeds involving gardens, houseplants, and plants for plants grown for competitions.
Okay.
That's kind of fun. And we get 2 more. Let's see here.
Instead of a green thumb, animals get green toes.
Green toes! Isn't it cute?
It's so adorable. It really
Okay.
is.
How about read the room, or the knack is called reads the room. It's a +1 bonus to sway deeds directed at more than 3 humans and or non-player character animals.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of fun.
All right. And one last knack. There
Ooh.
are some on the next page as well. There's, let's see, sleight of paw, snap out of it, sporting, swimming, tinkerer, thump 'em, up with the larks, and won't you give?
What'd you give?
And up with the larks is deeds done between 3 and 11 in the morning. That seems too early. That seems too late in the day for you.
Yeah, but this hedgehog would be too sleepy. Okay, here's the thing. This is called RiverBank. I wonder if we want to have the knack good with real boats. +1 bonus to deeds involving non-motorized boats, sailing, rowing, punting, paddling, and simple maintenance. Yeah,
Okay.
I love it. Good with real boats is the
So
fourth.
you can just go punting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And those of you who don't know, a punt is a boat pushed with a pole.
Yeah.
Usually flat bottom and wide in England, as opposed to, the ones you'd see in like Venice.
Yes.
Okay. Now you need to go. Now we want to be on page. It jumping all over. We want to be on page 42.
Okay.
Gain and insufficiency. There are 10 insufficiencies.
Ooh, these are really good. Gawky, inclined to growl, inertia, nettlesome. This is so cute. Regrettable resemblance. When you meet any appalling relative, even if they're not your own, you immediately remind them of someone they intensely dislike. It's really good. I think the insufficiency is regrettable resemblance.
Yeah, and it is just 10 of them, so it's a D10 you can just roll if you don't
Ooh.
know.
Ooh, maybe we try. Let's roll.
Okay.
6.
Nettlesome.
Let's do nettlesome.
Okay.
When you perform a deed involving a non-player character, roll a d6 on a 1. That foe becomes 1 level more antagonistic. That's fun.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
You are a porcupine. You are a hedgehog. You prick people the wrong way.
Yes.
Oh, it's just so great.
It's good.
All right. And now we're going to build your appalling relative.
Yeah. Awesome.
So,
okay.
That starts on page 43, but a lot of this is like random tables.
Okay.
So, all we need is their name.
Okay. Let's see. What if this is
You can
Uncle?
also, if you want, we can build more, but if you want to roll a 1d6, you can determine if you have more than one appalling relative.
That's so good. Maybe I'll start with 1.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there. But I do love, what's their relationship to you? Let's roll that, the 1d6. Okay.
Yeah, that's a 1d6.
Roll. 5. Distant or adoptive relative who has taken an interest in you.
So their relationship is distant.
Distant.
Relative.
Okay.
Okay. So are they going to be a hedgehog?
Yes.
Okay. And what is their name?
Yes, I think this one is Luther. Must be Luther. My last name was Dark?
Yes.
Luther Dark.
Okay. Mr. Lord There are, well, sir, there aren't any lords, but there are sirs. So you can actually be a you can have them be a like knight. There's an order of knights built around the animals.
Yeah, we got to do Sir Luther Dark. Yes,
Okay.
that's great.
Um, pronouns.
Ooh, he, him.
Okay. And roll for age. That's another 1d6.
1d6. Okay, here we go. Doop, 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 doop. 5.
Elderly.
Elderly.
Roughly over the age of 65 if they were a human.
So good.
Elderly.
Okay.
On which side? So it's a coin toss or a 1d6.
I got a 4.
On your father's side. Which makes sense if they share a last name.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have full love and gratitude to the people who build fillable PDFs because I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
As you can see, side has disappeared.
Let's see. Ah!
And then there's some particulars. They get 3 particulars. So it's a 3D100.
Okay, let's do it. I'm going to do boop, boop. Okay, 31.
Erratic.
Perfect. Okay, let's roll again. 66.
66 says nods off at inopportune times.
I love it. And 91. Rude. Just rude. 91 is rude.
And the P's disappeared. Okay. And they're just rude on 91.
Yeah, 91. Just rude.
I would have laughed really hard if you'd rolled like a 97 on one and a 100 on the other, because writing their memoirs, which are red hot, and writing their memoirs, which are very dull.
So good.
Simultaneously,
yeah. There's only some very exciting parts, and then otherwise it's a snooze fest. So funny. Oh, what's their greatest weapon to get what they want from you?
Yeah, 1d10.
Okay. Roll. I rolled an 8.
Starts talking about their will and whether you or anyone else will be in it.
That's so funny. You know what, though? I do love number 5. Threatens to tell people about the deeply embarrassing things you did in your youth, and they have a picture of you quite unclad on a furry rug.
Oh, dear.
That's really good.
Okay.
That is really good. I actually love number 5. I love number 5.
You want we can put down number 5.
Number 5, yeah, threatens to tell
okay.
people about things you did when you were young, and they have a baby picture of you or something.
Threatens to tell about your youth. We'll just shorten that for now.
Yeah.
And then it's a D10 as to where they drag you. When they summon or drag you away, where are you going?
All right, I rolled a 5.
The Rackham House in London, where they normally live, they have just decided... Wherever they normally live, they have just decided on a trip to town is in order. Perhaps a visit to a medical specialist, updating their wardrobe, meet friends, or get into the sorts of trouble they can't manage at home.
That's so good. The Rackham House.
And the Rackham House comes with a footnote. The Rackham House is the best hotel in London that caters to the animals.
Mm.
It feels like the Rackham House might be an actual hotel name,
yeah.
but I don't know because I'm not up on, London social history from that time period. It's not like, the 20s in the US where I at least know something because I'm from here.
Yeah.
All right. So, fun things that we get to decide. What is their home named?
This is good. And I know the the game, the book says, appalling relatives are as likely as anyone else to have a name for their home. Okay, great. Oh my gosh.
Well,
Mm,
that's things like there. It used to be like Wyndham Manor or Tumble Upon Pine or something like that. Yeah.
yes, I think it's called the like the I keep coming up with something. I'm like, yes, I think it's something Nook. It's got to be a little Nook.
Nook. Okay.
And I think it's called the Dusty Nook.
Okay. The Dusty Nook. And where is it?
Where is
Is
their
it
home?
in the village or in a different village?
No, I think you have to take a train to the hills to get there. So I think it's remote in the hills.
Location in the hills.
Yeah.
As we said, the hills is a location, although it's a little dangerous in the hills or the woods, but
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what does their house actually look like? Is it a Bilbo Baggins hobbit hole, or is it a, poor hobbit hole, or is it an above ground house?
I think it has to be a Bilbo Baggins Hobbit hole. Uh, and I do think, maybe it is a little dusty, like the grass out front. It's not as lush green. It's a little patchy out there. Uh, my distant relative, Luther, has a hard time kind of keeping the grass growing. It's really bothering him. Makes him a little rude.
Not well maintained.
Yes.
Well appointed, but not well maintained. or
Yes.
and not well maintained. Yeah. Pets, community interests, and other notes. Does your distant relative, Sir Luther Dark, have any
Let's see
pets?
here. Yeah. Ooh, they do have bees. Number one,
This
which are so cute.
Yes. Does he keep bees? Does he have beetles?
Ooh, let's see. Oh, moss, moss. Maybe a moth. Maybe it's like, oh, a pill bug. Gosh, these are so good. No, we gotta have
A
this.
pill bug feels right.
Yeah, let's do the pill bug. Okay.
Okay. What's the pill bug's name?
Ooh, pill bug's name is Myrtle.
Myrtle. A pill bug. That is not how you spell Myrtle.
Yeah.
There it is with a Y.
There you go.
Jen cannot do English well.
Yeah, listen, I love a spell check. I love it.
It's a great tool. It's been helping me since it was first introduced in the 90s.
Yep.
Um, do they have a community at all or not?
Let's see here. So I'm trying to look for what the book might use as an example. Step 7, character building tokens. That seems different. Da, 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 da. There has to be. I feel like there's some type of like, Lions Club or,
Okay.
like a local pub that Luther likes to go to, uh, where he and his friends tell stories or they argue about the best way to keep their the grass healthy in their homes.
Yep. That sounds good.
Yeah,
There doesn't have to be much beyond that.
cool.
So yeah, it gives a sample appalling relative, so it's something you could look at and decide, oh, okay, I see how that's going. Other family and friends, if you want to list any.
Mm. Yeah, I must have a neighbor because it sounds like this character just moved to town. Stuart just moved to town.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I think there's got to be a neighbor next door. It's got to be like a goose. Um, Maybe this neighbor's name is, ooh, The naming is so good. It's so
It feels
simple.
like Mrs. Hyacinth Bucket is who
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yep. Absolutely. Mrs. Bucket, next door neighbor.
Okay. Temporary modifiers. I didn't put anything there because that's just ongoing side
Yeah.
effects of the game when you
Okay.
play.
Cool.
You can always add more friends and neighbors as you want, or things. Oh, here's my family. I have a sister who's, over in such and such, or whatever. That kind of thing can happen, and you can come up in play as opposed to built immediately for the first session. But now you get to also make your own home.
Oh, that's so
So
fun.
let's move forward here
Okay.
with where's the home?
Let's see. I just saw it.
Here it is. Your home starts on page 51.
Okay. You're home. All right. And you can draw inspiration from the list of names. Ooh.
Yep.
Okay. English homes often have a name rooted in the place itself or whimsy of the owner's present or past. Okay. So, like, they give an example, like, take inspiration from a nearby notable tree or another plant or feature or road.
Yeah,
Okay.
when Back to the Future, the farm was called Twin Pine Farms until Marty broke one of the trees and it became Lone Pine Farm,
Yes.
which
Okay.
became went from Twin Pine to Lone Pine Mall in the future.
Let's say, oh my gosh, I love Sunflower Holt. I think the house is called the Sunflower Holt from their suggested list.
Okay. And now we have to talk about what type of home. Um, Animal sorts have preferences for living in the trees above or underground, though they often end up elsewhere. For instance, if a pigeon and a hare have chosen to live together, they might dwell in a tree house, the pigeon's natural preference, or a burrow, the hare's.
Ah,
So there's an underground burrow, uh,
okay.
bermed. I'm not sure. It's in a berm. It's literally a hobbit hole style as opposed to just an underground burrow.
Cool.
Um, Conventional slash above ground. It looks like a human's house. Tree houses, stilt houses. Waterfowl would have those apparently. Bowl houses. The least common because it's the least convenient. It is built into a trunk or bowl of an elm, oak, or chestnut.
Wow, that's so cool. Ooh. Let's say it's a stilt house.
Okay. You bought the house here to get away from your, appalling relative, and you
Mhm.
just grabbed the first one available,
That's
which
right.
happens to be why you live next door to a goose. What is the size of your house? Is it
Okay.
a cottage or cot, usually 3 rooms, a kitchen, sitting room, and a bedroom? A house with 4 to 6 rooms, you'd have a kitchen, a dining or parlor, perhaps a library or study, and some bedrooms on the second floor. Is it a manse or a hall, like a big house? Or is it literally you're renting a flat in this place?
I suppose it must be a cot, a cottage, because it says the stilt house are almost always no more than a room or two.
Yeah,
So let's keep it simple. Yeah.
I think it'd be hilarious to try and build a manse that was a stilt house.
That would be cool.
And the location. So the location is going to be where is it in relation to the rest of the village? In this case, you're going to be on the river. Would be
Yeah.
my assumption.
Yeah. That seems great. I wonder, is someone there must be like someone probably create in this whoever creates a character for this would someone's got to live on a houseboat, right? That's really fun.
I firmly believe somebody's got a cot on a houseboat,
Yeah,
or they're going to call it a flat on a houseboat because it's like 2 rooms as opposed or 1 room as opposed to an entire 3-room house kind of thing.
totally. Cool.
Um, housemates. Do you have somebody sharing the house with you?
Ooh, I think let's see here.
Because Sherlock had his Watson,
That's
although
true.
they had separate bedrooms. Yeah,
That's true. Let's see here. Another character list here. That is super fun. Yeah, we could say an NPC is the housemaid.
okay. We'll put yes for unless you want to come up with the NPC.
Oh no, well, let's pick one from the fun list that they
Oh,
have at
okay.
the
So
end of the book.
let's jump down that way. Hang on.
Yeah, let's see. This is 53. Okay, we'll go down.
Character, where are the NPCs? Here we go. Found them.
Okay.
Let's see. Do.
Hope I went too far.
Let's
NPCs.
see.
Oh, like
Right,
around the
86,
yeah.
87, somewhere in there. Let's see. 89 is where the first one shows up.
Got it. I wonder if maybe what do you think about Comrade Hiver, a adult otter? I feel like an otter might live near the river.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go with Comrade Hiver.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
He's a socialist in
Yes.
his eccentricities.
Yes. So funny. Cute.
Okay.
Alright.
And then let's get back up here. And then what makes your house home to you? What is the heart of your home?
Yes. Okay. I think I think in the middle of the first room of the house there's a big red woven rug. It is very soft, but it's old, it's comfortable, and I think when you put your feet on it, it's like, "Oh yeah, I'm home."
Okay. There we go. And we could do a description if you want.
Yeah, no. I mean, yes, but we can come back to it.
Yeah. Okay. And did you want to pet yourself?
It's so fun. Let's see. We already gave my relative a pet, right? So I think no, we don't have to worry about a pet.
Yeah, and
Stuart,
you can so
yeah.
you can have a pet by having the have a pet peculiarity, or you can spend a character building token that you would get some of those in step 7 to add a pet. So
That's
if you do not
cool.
want one, it is okay. We'll mark no. Do you have a vehicle?
Ooh, well, if I'm living on the river, I know it says most animals do not have vehicles, but I wonder if Stuart does. And I wonder if it's either it could be a bicycle to kind of get around the river and then go over a bridge to get on the other side, or it could be a sailboat because I think we decided one of my Stuart's like innate peculiarities is being able to, or no, knack. I think it was the knack was
Good with real
boats.
boats.
Yeah.
Okay. So of your 5, because you did not choose so the peculiarities comfortably off, dependent, and so is comfortably off, is dependent, and is poorish all have adjustments to your number of tokens you get for character building tokens at the end of the at this step.
Okay.
You did not choose one of those, so you have 5.
Oh, okay. Got it. Let's
And
see.
if you want a vehicle, it's going to cost you one of your character building tokens.
Okay, I've got to spend it. I got to spend it, and I got to get the sailboat. Or no, was it the rowboat? Let me know.
Sailboat, rowing boat, it's either. You can choose.
I think a rowboat seems like charming. I like this game. Just feels like a rowboat kind of game.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then so let's take a look here. how many a rowboat actually costs, because there's a list on the next page.
Oh, cool.
A rowboat costs 3, so you'll have 2 tokens left.
All right.
You could buy them for other things, like you can get a musical instrument. If you pay 4 of them, you can have no appalling relative.
That's amazing.
So where do you display your knickknacks? Things that you earn, things that you collect over the course of your adventures in the village.
Yes, I think this house has to have maybe there's a little bit of where the front door is, maybe a tiny bit of a porch or some type of entryway. Like maybe there's a place to display things in the window of the home for people who go by on the river, or perhaps there's a front porch that can like we can hang things, garland, etc.
Okay.
I think it's somewhere in the front of the house.
Somewhere in the front of the house. Okay. All right. And then it says, what are they? So as you go, you'll be collecting knickknacks and you can put them into this display case.
Awesome.
Okay. There's a spot for personal goals, practical goals, and time frames.
Okay.
At the moment, yeah. So, oh, here it is. We found it. Haha. I knew I'd read it in here. Went the wrong way. So on page 51, it says, E is M, as in M self, was proposed in 1841 by Francis Augustus Brewster, based on an Old English pronoun. So it went older. And then 1884, Charles Crozet Converse, based on a different Old English pronoun, proposed thon, thons.
That's so cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. So your age of your character would be quite young, which means you're between the ages of 14 and 20. Adult, equivalent of 20s to 30s. So 29 would not be the age you would have. If that's the age you're thinking, that would be adult. Oh. So I'd update that.
Okay.
And that's perfectly fine because that's just easy enough. Other family and friends shows up. Your home, name of dwelling, your vehicle, yep. And that's it.
That's so fun.
Yeah. Animal-sized bicycles, motorboats, and motorcycles exist. Animal-sized cars do not yet exist, although if somebody who was, what was that again? Is comfortably off, wanted to spend most of their tokens on that, I might allow them to have Mr. Toad with a motor car.
Oh my god, fun.
Kind of thing I would do as a game master, so, you know.
Yes. Or if they're well off, or maybe being well off is maybe in game, but like I think it's so funny to pay to not have an appalling relative for like character tokens.
Well, you got to understand, you're part of society. You aren't amongst the servant class when you're playing this game. And there's a lot of really great videos on YouTube about the servant problem.
Oh my gosh.
Because starting with World War I, the servant problem begins.
Okay.
Like it was kind of there beforehand, but it picked up steam and people weren't becoming servants as much. And all of a sudden these wealthy families who expected servants didn't have them. Or they had part-time servants, people who would work during the day but go home instead of live on site. And so the world changed. It was really fascinating. It was a fascinating historical discussion from somebody who usually talked about murder mysteries, because Agatha Christie apparently wrote about the servant problem.
Oh,
so
wow. Cool.
Personally, my goal, if I get a chance to play, and since we can actually run the game without a game master, I'm so tempted to write up a Miss Marple type character.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Whether I'm going to make her, getting on in her years or an adult,
Mhm.
whatever. But I'm very tempted to figure out how to make a Miss Marple type character.
That's awesome.
So yeah, this is just a great game.
I
Like
love it.
I'm so tempted to buy a physical book. Like again,
Oh,
this was not paid. We never received there was nothing monetary received by All on the Table for this. But I do hope you tune in tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't have an exact time when Lee is coming on. Lee is going to do a deep dive into the book, like read it and go heavy into it and have a blast. But yeah, it's such a great game.
it's
I
so
will
charming.
I will be saving this character, and it will Brew will get a copy, obviously, because I typed it up.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to put it up on our Patreon. If you wish to join our Patreon or not, you can just purchase the character I'll probably put it up for like $3. Because all the money we make, anything beyond, so Transistor Games, All on the Table, RPGs, we're together. And anything we make goes to mutual aid. And we do hope you support us in those endeavors. Transistor Games has 3 releases for Pathfinder and D&D currently out. So a total of, the way it's currently set up, it's 5 things you could buy on a drive-through RPG. But I got to work it to make it 6 because I made a mistake the first time. And then we'll have 6 options. So for you, I plan on releasing one next month. I'm a little behind. We're continuing our exploration of old American folklore that doesn't really exist anymore. The Paul Bunyan myths and the stuff around that, such as the Hodag, the Hoogag, the Gumbaroo, Babe the Blue Ox, the Splinter Cat, the Ball-tailed Cat or Silver Cat, things like that. Side Hill Gouger will be in a future release coming up. That's going to take us a bit. I've got like 9 releases. There's like 8 or 9 releases in that set. And these are things that are just no longer in American folklore much. I know some others are releasing stuff, but ours are mutual aid monsters. With the exception of the Hydras that we released, the Drake Hydra, the Hydra series, all mutual aid creatures get bonuses to healing from other creatures because that's what mutual aid is. We help each other. In that particular one, we made it a little more violent because it was much more entertaining to do so. It gives a little bit more variety in the mutual aid setting. But it's kind of hard when most of these creatures are solitary in these myths and legends that we're in, to get them anything other than healing options. So we'll continue along this and we'll explore and see what happens. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's well awesome.
And then you met Brew tonight. They
Hey.
are one of our new cast members who've joined us here. And they're in a game that I'm currently editing for YouTube release. You can find us over there and rewatch anything we have, almost everything we've ever released. There's a few things from when our time on the Transverse aren't over there, but All on the Table RPGs, same name everywhere, for Patreon, YouTube, and Twitch. But we're going to have a game of Toon. The game is called The Muses Marvelous Menagerie. Please keep an eye out for it. It will be releasing sometime in late January, early February is our best estimate currently. And we're going to have some unique changes to the actual play space, we hope. Something that I thought was a great idea at the time. So we hope you enjoy it. We hope you'll join us and have a blast with us. So we look forward to seeing all of you again in the future. Come watch again. Have a great evening. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all. Thanks for